So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. Inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
You talk about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back at the 16.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
In motion, it's Waddle. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Second down throw from Mayfield. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. To throw is Mayfield. That's taken in by Achane. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This about as short as you can get. Sly's kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's going to have a Packers first down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. Look wide. Get this one complete. Down the right sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. on the ground to start the drive. It's Achane. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll get this out wide. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. On 1st down is Mayfield. That is caught left side by Waddle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Hill brought in motion. Once again, it's Achane. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. And it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And he'll take it on in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Miami.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. On second down, Love. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A second down throw for Love. Room to maneuver at the 35. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
On first down, it's Love. The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Hill brought in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Looking underneath for Achane. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Achane. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. They get 15 on that game. First down, Miami.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And 3rd down coming up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Mayfield. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Love to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Nixon on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
This one is caught by Reed. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Love. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's Love. Here's a screen now for Lloyd. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. Space hard to come by there. Tackle made right around the 40-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Now Love. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
He gets that complete as he hits Reed. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Here's Jacobs. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold him to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Back to throw is Love. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Achane. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is downfield to the tight end, Pitts. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. Hill brought in motion. Here's Achane. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Mayfield. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Baker to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now a big play here. Dolphins will go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Now Mayfield. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Jacobs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. To throw is Love. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. That was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
From the gun, it's Love. The open man is Tolbert. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Run up the middle with Jacobs. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd down, Love.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Big play. 3rd and 2. Here's a designed run. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the first down and keep it going.
Packers, first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Dolphins' 7-yard line.
Here's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here's Jacobs. He is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2. And he is in. The risk pays off. They take the lead here in the final moments of the game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first down. Quick throw on the RPO. It's Hill.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down. Good execution of the double pass.
First down, Dolphins.
Hill brought in motion. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second and 6 coming up. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now they get the timeout. Interesting situation. Do they kick it here or run the risk of getting in another play, possibly not getting it down in time? We'll see. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a precious spot. This to win the game. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a precious spot. This one he's got to have. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before 3rd down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough, and they convert on 3rd down. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to win the game. Packers going to use their final timeout now. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration.